very few physicians came into the room the next 2 days. That's a long time in an ICU. I kept asking, and then I demanded to see not just the chief, but I wanted to see the administrator because I wanted to know what was in the reports. And it was then that they said they were still investigating, but it looked as though there had been an error. And I said, what kind of an error? And that's how I learned. Never was there an I'm sorry. Never. I yearned for it. I just yearned for them to have said something like, Mrs. Senft, we so regret that mistakes can happen in hospitals. We are so sorry what happened to your son. That's all I would have needed. I was told that the nurse responsible was put on medical absence leave for 4 days. And when he returned, as we were still in the ICU, I happened to see him down the hallway, and our eyes almost caught each other, and he dropped his head and turned away. I knew the face of shame. A crazy thing happened. Because we were moved across the hallway to a bigger room. I was always on search for what might open up so my son could have light and be able to see outside and so forth. But Archer's body was not able to regulate temperature, so I'm wearing like parka because he liked it 46 degrees in the room. And then he would get so hot, even at 46 degrees, that we'd have to ice him. And so one of the moments where we were needing to ice him, I'm racing across the hall to an ice maker to go help the nurses to fill up bags. And whom should I see at the ice maker? But the nurse, the male nurse. It was very unexpected, and I know I surprised him. And I said, don't go. Hello. What's your name? I know who you are. You're the nurse who put the blood pressures into my son's saline drip bag. But I want you to know that I know you didn't intend to do that. Everyone makes mistakes now and then. You know, he did have 3 heart attacks. He hung his head. I said, please look at me. Look at me in the eye. It must be awful living with that mistake. And he blurted out how he thought he had checked the labels, he thought he had the right bag, and I said, I know. He said, but I got the wrong bag. And I said, yes, you got the wrong bag. And then, looking directly at this young man, I said, we forgive you. This is a stressful environment. You are a good nurse. The profession needs you. Families like me need you. Don't live with this shame. We forgive you. Move on. He just looked at me stunned. He said, thank you. And then the most amazing thing happened. Together, he knew what to do, and I held open the bag, and he got another bag, and I scooped ice, and he scooped ice, and he ran over to the room across the hall. We iced up Archer, and that's how it went.